Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Honkai Star Rail. We're continuing with main story today as we were last episode this morning.
Hey little ones, how did you sneak in here?
Carry on.
Please keep it down. We had to be really sneaky to get in here. Okay. But what did you sneak in here for?
I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple, and I want to meet her.
I couldn't stop her, so I had to think of a way to sneak her in. Oh, really? I was here to meet the holy maiden as well, but the guard said she had to go somewhere far away today.
Huh? What a bummer. Mommy even asked me to bring her gift to the holy maiden.
It's getting late. We couldn't go home now, okay?
Okay then. We'll come back next time. Thank you.
By the way they are dressed, the siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Mother mentioned that when she was a holy maiden, she caught a girl sneaking into the temple to steal the tributes. Stealing from the temple was punishable by death, but that poor girl had no family and just wanted something to eat. So Mother took her outside and even gave her some food. Perhaps these two children are the descendants of that girl from back then.
Ah, Lady Maiden. Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer. It's pretty cold out. Let me get you a blanket.
No need to trouble yourself. I'm just going for a quick walk.
All right, but please take care of yourself. Your mother made us promise to look after you before she left. It's been a while since I last saw you. I just realized you've grown into such a beauty, just like your mother.
Oh really? She's still...
Here, have some of my sweet pastries. She used to enjoy them, so maybe you'll like them too. What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
I'm fine. It tastes really good.
This lady is Mother's old friend. When we were little, we sometimes got to eat the sweet pastries she brought back. We've always remembered the familiar taste, and only now do we learn where it came from.
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Yanis vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Yanis guide your path.
The Yanis vault?
It's where Yanis's heart lies and the core flame is kept. Just enter on the left. It's also the place where Trebios was born.
Trebios. What does that name actually mean?
The one with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude. looking at how things have unfolded, fate might have had a role in it.
Stream forth, gleam of old blades.
So help me. More inventory.
Finally! The Yanis vault is right ahead.
What's wrong?
Gleam of old blades.
There's lots of chests in this vault.
At long last.
Massive car.
I knew there was some sanity left in you, Yanis. Just as I thought, you too have been confined.
It's important thou shalt bury yourself. The gods have buried the fate that binds us all.
No, Yanis. I've come here to take on your fate. By the blood of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand, I am Trebios, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of the prophecy. I, the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis, the Walker of the Infinite Paths, have come forth to assume your duty. Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one. With a
He. One who guides the world shall see their souls shattered into 1,000 fragments akin to glass crashing upon the ground.
thousand selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely.
Though thou bearest the core flame, thou shalt be far from the glory of divinity. Passages are forever associated with dirt, and even a mere mortal's blade can imperil thy very existence.
No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. But my feet are destined to embark on a journey for the benefit of all.
Yet, the flame chase journey is a journey of constant loss, among which even life itself holds little value. Time decays the heart, the passages shatter the body, and the scales sway the separation until the end draws near. One who bears 3 lives, art thou truly prepared?
Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world.
Thus it shall be. Overthrow the gods, return your core flames. Inherit divine authority, forge godly miracles. Go kill, go mourn. Kill my kin, mourn our fate. Bury the spirits of the gods, nourish the land with divine essence. Yet thou shalt remember, thou must remember. One shall bid farewell to all shall bid farewell to one. Each person alone will witness the miracle. and they alone will witness it alone. Such is destiny.
I understand, Yanis. Thank you. Now, may you rest well. Mother, did you see that? I have assumed my duty and stand ready to set out. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphorius's pitch-dark fog. May we... May the world follow the myriad paths trodden and reunite at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. Mother, I shall see you tomorrow.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender at once!
I knew this would come.
It's opening up! Now move aside and get ready! The Holy Maiden?
Oh, fuck yeah.
What's happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame? Look at what she's holding, you buffoon! She is the thief! Take your positions and ready your arms! We're taking back the core flame!
Bring it on!
What?
Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly. Pierce me in the chest.
What are you scheming?
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion and rise through the ranks, I'm right here. You all know who I am. Go ahead. However, if there's still any loyalty within you, step aside for the Holy Maiden. Otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's Codex, anyone who dares to harm the Holy Maiden shall face execution!
Captain, what should we do? Do it. Kill her! If any of you want to get rich, then come with me. Take this traitor's head and wealth will be ours!
We can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's move, partner.
Oh, sure, buddy.
Please cherish this time.
Yes, please.
As you wish.
Calibrating.
You're a stubborn one.
Still waters of oblivion.
Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Immerse yourself in it. Time to cleanse the filth. Root here. Fight to live!
That's half the work. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
How's that possible? Could the Titan actually be on her side? That woman is the traitor!
I should go.
Let's keep up.
Path is opening up for me. Oh, Yanis, protect me.
Hey, Hey, get over here.
The main doesn't like me off guarded. What do I do? Just as I thought.
Oh, there's so many monsters here that I need to kill.
Inside!
I'm just going there, but is there anything in this direction?
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades. Stream 4. The gleam of old blades. Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
Garment may go here. There's nothing down there.
There are guards here too. Don't alert them.
Stream 4.
I have 180 of them, so it's not like I'm gonna ever run out of trick snacks.
Stream 4. Gleam of old blades.
Long last.
I'm not sure how I get that, but I will. Defeat the pursuers with teddy bears. Oh, my nose.
creature of the Holy City guards, but I'm already so close!
This should be the last fight. We have to help her get through.
But I don't get it. This has been puzzling me for a while now. Who has been aiding Trebios in her escape? While history might be blurred by memories, seeing how the whole city is hunting her down, she clearly had no allies. If she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Trebios had been on her own since she entered the vault. But what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end of this memory.
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now. Let's do this, everyone!
What the hell are Pegasus?
Get it together. Danger approaches. As you wish.
Another journey begins.
This isn't looking good.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of your body and mind. The truth burns everything in this world. It's bleeding. Embrace a new life.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Darkness with me. I will claim victory for myself. I will claim victory for my fight to live! Get it together. May death protect us! Time to cleanse the filth.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion?
Our
Stay with you a little longer.
Astonishing to behold. Be of your body and mind.
know what
The
happened
truth burns everything in this world.
That might have been Castro.
It's bleeding. You two will head to the nether realm. Root here. Embrace a new life.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Stand in position.
Another journey begins.
I'm okay.
You get rid of this, Pegasus flying.
Please cherish this time. Return to dust.
Almost to it. Feeling around here. How did things come in before?
Still waters of oblivion.
I've never been more confused in my life.
May death protect us!
chills.
Attack detected.
Oh god, it's the one summoning those things. Alright.
As you wish.
That's half the work.
Joining the battle. Attack!
Get it together. Be of your body and mind. The truth for everything in this world is bleeding. Life is not so fragile. Wilt here. Embrace a new life.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
Please cherish this time. Return to dust.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
This is more than a battle. May the foul stench dissipate. Time to cleanse the chills.
Another journey begins.
I kind of want to finish it with the dragon.
May death protect us!
Easy.
Finally. Beyond this gate awaits a boundless world. This is where my journey begins. God of passages, can you see me? I will complete the path that you started. No response after all. Yanis, may you have a good dream. I can't stay here much longer. It's time to leave.
Well, looks like this is the end of the memory.
Not yet. The question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame chase journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own, would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and start her journey?
I think the answer is already within you. And you've made your own decision.
What? You can hear us?
Not really. She can neither see nor hear us. Yet she knew that one day, someone would return to unveil this dust-covered memory. We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward. Time has modified this memory into a special letter, so that we do not forget our original intent. It's a letter written by Trebios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory, it is Trebios of the future who overcomes all difficulties for her and sends her on a long journey toward the tomorrow where we are.
Yes, you'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon. Here, you have traveled far on your way home. Such is the maxim that unveils Trebios' fate. You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither on the soil of foreign lands. So, if you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep this memory here for you. Or for me, to embrace it again.
Worry not. The loss is something we've grown used to. Our resolve and our pledge are what Trebios will never forget. Each one of us has never failed to remember. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain, like my mother and I.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit, just as my blade-wielding right hand is not a hollow formality.
Surmount the myriad passages of Yanis, and we will once again
Ride the west wind, and let the wings carry us far away.
So, this is your answer.
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets. Now, with or without the god's blessing, I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness,
we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
Light calendar 3760 month of Evernight. Yanisopoulos, holy maiden Trebios, poured the core flame to quell the world's chaos and became a demigod of Yanis. She traversed the gate of infinity, splitting into 1,000 messengers to spread the divine prophecy across the land of Amphorius, after a century of arduous journeying. Light calendar 3870 month of freedom. Humanity's flame chase journey officially began. Wow, what a wonderful story.
Lady Treby, do you still think that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what Trianne would say as well.
With all due respect, Lady Treby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world.
Prophecy?
Listen, in every corner of this land, every heartbeat carries a prayer for that prophecy to come true.
That's a good point, actually. There's not really days
that only
in
a few
Amphorius, it's
heroes
just
will bring tomorrow
light.
to the new world.
So there really is no tomorrow.
The prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow
That's a good point,
belongs
actually.
to all in Amphorius.
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How can such words be called a prophecy?
Because people believe it will come true, and they are trying hard to hold on to that belief. Even as the world teeters on the brink of collapse, everyone is pressing forward, longing to reach farther and move toward tomorrow. And that is why a holy maiden exists to lead the world toward tomorrow, and why Yanisopoulos' prophecy unfolds as passages. Fate is not about the outcome, but the journey. It's not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread toward the sea of flowers. So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow. There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved by our future selves. Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think. Then set off at daybreak. the hesitant part of us will be left behind in the dark, while the determined side of us will know no fear. Because that's how Tribios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy. Beckoning the morning sun and the tomorrow it promises to bring. We will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphorius's pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shoal, that end of the journey, that new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains.
Heaven.
No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, Brienne. See you tomorrow!
Child of humanity.
That was not a hee-hee.
Surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akama.
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned Reason Titan to behave like this.
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to act this way. If you were more accommodating, you wouldn't be opposing me all the time, and I could teach you more freely instead.
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it. Cut the sarcasm and just say what you need to say.
Fine, fine. All I want is to remind you. There's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon, I will have to take over this body.
If I'm not worried, why should you be? I know what you're planning. You just want my help answering the question. What exactly are we? Correct?
It's good that you remember. Thus, equivalent exchange. It's only fair.
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed, and you'll have to return my body shortly.
Is that true?
Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting my body back. But I didn't expect the answer to be right within it. That saved me a lot of trouble. I don't even need the black-robed swordmaster's ceremonial blade.
That's certainly worth celebrating.
Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
The girl who's walking with death, is she fully prepared?
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okima, I must ask you to slow your pace.
I forgot about you. My apologies.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from a cheeky child. Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that Titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise. There's no need to go to such lengths.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. If you snuff out the core flame of reason, What else can you use to stand against the Council?
Do you two mind if I cut in?
I warned you. Do not interrupt me.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold corpse.
Back. Finally have a moment to catch my breath. Want to chat? Do I? I don't know. It's unusual to see Mammoth with you. Sorry, they're inside the ball. There's no joke about monsters in your pockets! Oh my god! Damn, wasn't expecting the Pokemon reference. Since they're not here, let me ask you, are you really sure you want to take on the trial of Oryx's core flame on behalf of the Chrysoseirs? Time for me to level up. We ended up at this point after all. It's probably a fate that Trailblaze can't evade. You should be extra cautious and watch out for yourself. Based on the experiences of those before you, the trial is no walk in the park. What concerns me even more is that you'll further bind yourself to Emphorius. You truly assume that Titan's divinity, do you believe you'll be able to lay it down again? Forget it, I'll deal with that when the time comes. No matter what happens, I'll be right here with you. Thanks, bro. Oh, by the way, I got held up by two people in guard uniforms in that missing Trian's farewell ceremony. They said they were messengers of the Council of Elders and wanted to verify my identity. But I suspect we've been on their radar for a while, and they only made their move when you and I got separated. Their questions were quite specific, from how we arrived in Akuma to our relationships with each Chrysoseer. We asked about what we did in the market. Luckily those pawns are the brightest, and managed to brush off most of their questions, so they'll probably leave us alone for a bit. Their conduct certainly irritating. But on second thought, Aglaya also initially kept her guard up with us. It's best not to provoke either side until we know the full truth. The only thing we know for sure is that some members of the Council of Elders aren't happy with the Chrysoseirs. In the worst case scenario, we could be caught up in the internal conflicts of the Holy City. If only we had more time to sort through the clues about the Black Tide, but now... Whether it's the only lovely thing left. Let's take some more pictures. Huh? What's going on? Something wrong? Memory card is full. Pimp Marge and the others are pretty worried too. That's a good point.
And so, this long day passed for Akuma. Some people arrived, and some left forever.
Morbid?
Just like every other day of this journey, where we, stumbling, move forward. We have long been prepared. If we are to chase the flames, then we must grow used to farewells. And yet, no one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so sudden and so momentous. Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky, could not escape the Reaper's two hands. And what people gained and lost in that trial of death was far heavier than life itself. Just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass at the end of the Sea of Flowers. The souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
Complete the Trailblaze mission. Moving on to the next Trailblaze mission though, because Yep, that was. And now we're on to the actual update of 3.2. Integration. Yeah, nice. Put 100 cell jades for it. We'll do this though. I'm going to skip your dialogue because I don't. I'm not really interested in it. Alright. Right story. None may approach that battlefield, the lone army of Kremnos, an obstacle on the flame chase journey. He ordered his troops to stand aside. That was the first meeting between hero and prince. The two men fought for 10 nights unceasingly till the combat drew to its end. Neither was able to score a single victory and conceded not a single defeat. None know why this man's fate was always overshadowed by a single number decreed. Just like how none can ascertain how the flame-chasing heroes convinced this man. There was not mutual appreciation, nay, for in his memory 7 sentences were all his mother to him ever spake. Yet somehow that leader who weaves the golden threads recounted one of the 7 with ease. There's no right or wrong in the man's heart. The lion has its own historian.
The lion has its own historian.
Thanks, bro.
And the history of the hunt should not be held by the hunter alone.
And thus he speaks little. Others once guessed he regards the holy city as his home, for he seeks a land to belong. As the king to his people, this is the first gift to them he brings. But as per the rule with gifts, once given away, the gifter will never repossess this thing. The journey is long, yet none ever dares to anger the man. Not because of his unrestrained manners, but because every meal the heroes partook were all cooked by his peerless skill. One sight serves falsehoods in the woods. He has relied on sense since young distinguished guests and obtain gains. Yet there are always exceptions. The man's archenemy often puzzled why their food always borderline and nauseating. He still recalls the day he entered the holy city. One who worships strife is bound to have rumors rife.
Even insects consume each other, and he's no less than the Mad King's kin.
It matters little, for the man always considered himself an enemy to the world. He paves the road so that one day his peers would match his anger within. Until the prophecy turns true, none in the holy city he ever did ruin. Glio. A solo lyre's sound flows along the streets.
Oh, my lover, why does your mood change faster than the clouds above?
The audience's face is covered in sorrow.
Oh, how I wish she has clear eyes that are quick to anger and laughter, and dimples that crease in smiles and frowns.
For the maiden he longs for has a body of alabaster and fingers carved by scalpels. In her runs blood of gold and a heart of woven from threads. She has neither eyes nor dimples, lacking even a face, for she is Aglia's garment maker, merely a demigod serf. The gilded dressmaster, the executive of romance, how resplendent would her mansion be above the radiant dawning clouds. Nervously the visitor opens the doors, like parting curtains at a theatre. The one with golden thread in hand is revealed, standing betwixt figures of stone.
Lady Aglaia, I am Apollos' retainer, here for an outfit to take to my master.
He casts sideways glances as he bows, for the garment maker he adores is flanking her mistress, silent as a leaf accompanying a flower. Slender hands sculpted of ivory pull up at the dresser's train, as if with one breath alone the maiden will be revived.
The creation of love and beauty indeed.
As the visitor thinks thus, his thoughts prickle the golden threads in the room.
If you wish to embrace such fantasies,
She declares thus on the other side of the golden thread. On the end of the golden thread.
you must beware of the scissors that can pierce through the chest.
In the ancient theatre, there are thousands of plays, millions of shows where even the god of romance was once an actor. The weaver below the stage savours the show for inspiration. The ostracized poet finally returned home. The adoring lovers separated by misfortune. The hero betrayed fires his deadly arrow into the traitor's heart. The thread known as romance is knit by all beings, by all love and hatred, beauty and sin, memories and prophecies. All that occurs are clothing indeed. Look, the despondent servant buried his love. The dressmaster plucks it up, and into the garment maker's dress she weaves. The elegant garment makers once had beautiful faces, some as knights with swords, some as impassive priests, and put on pantomime after pantomime in the golden thread's light, till the stage shook in the storm. The black tide tainted the dancers' skirts. She wiped clean their visages and instilled armaments instead of silk.
Use the needle and thread as your sword.
She requests the servants who cannot answer. The garment makers are elegant still. They turn bloody and stained slaughter. Can I go back, please? Fine, I guess not. You shall part with your friends, with your enemies, with others, with yourself. Trivias who have already swallowed the fruit of fate. Now on, you shall be as a school of birds at our feet, flying towards tomorrow without a moment of repose. The Chrysos War's clamour rises and falls, and when the children reunite, only 3 of them remain.
We have heard of a Chrysos heir.
The lively child says. That person tears open the barricade with black tide, aims at the sky, wanting to contain the core flameless sheep.
There will always be warriors like me, who believe in and are willing to protect the tomorrow they prophesize.
But the crusading Chrysos heir never returns. The greedy ones then lift the crown with sharp blades, and by power's lethality they are one by one slain.
We remember a group of bards.
The taciturn child says. The bards compose songs for the children's prophecy, and along the corpus of the pillar of stone lay their footprints upon which ballads are carved.
Though we lack the might of swords and shields, we can take you to walk every part of this world.
Till many years later, when the bards will all return to their subterranean eternal rest, the children sing the long, long songs, and alone they bear memories of humanity.
We miss us,
the exuberant child says. When they left their home, the passengers blew the girl apart into countless turbulent bubbles, carried to all corners of the world on the winds of destiny.
We will run towards the world's agony.
The children cheer each other up. As the years pass and the sun and moon rise and fall, the children often hear sounds of their friends shattering. Farewell, farewell, farewell. The children who still walk the earth silently hide their wrenching sobs. Upon the hills of Okama once grew golden figs as far as the eye could see. The remaining children link their hands and decide to make this beautiful city the beginning of yet another journey. The children pull on the hem of the maiden's dress.
Please, listen to the prophecy we bring.
The maiden pulls on her silken threads, weaving in her heart the children's past into strings.
Chase the core flames with me. I promise that
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain. I have to read that last part fast because it skips it. Stacked. The gentle mother silently dreams and brings her child a scent from the westward shore. Then she quietly departs, and the only words her child hears is a prophecy of forlorn melancholy. The slumber of titans, the fragmented lullaby, the roar of the guards, all merge into a torrential black tide that carries the first demigod from the past to the future, and that was the beginning of this long dream. In this tiny room, she forged 20 years of her memories with time. Sometimes the child does not understand. The gates of worlds outside the window are so numerous, yet why can we not step within? And if one cannot leave the tower, what need is there to gaze into the distance via tomes? The other smiles and does not answer, only using bedtime stories to once again gild another golden sheen of destiny to the amphorius of the child's dreams. Alas, the golden light of destiny cannot illuminate the shadows of power and greed. All it takes to rob the child of her only kin is a letter of dark conspiracy. The culprit thought the murder had no flaws, but was unaware that the lamb willingly stepped to the passage's dead end. Before the priest met her demise, the only thing her eyes contained was spite. Yet she leaves her final warmth and hope embroidered into those dolls, leaving them behind for her innocent love. Loneliness stakes nightmares into the child's sleep, and the child hugs those dolls tight.
At the very least, we will never leave each other, right?
Arnix softly sighs and carefully lifts the curtain of time, presenting a crystal given in libation to the brave, before the doll holding a blade. The Titan loves this child, born into sorrow, but has no power to erase impeding tragedy in the morrow. Only can they dispel the evening wind of the palace, giving the child solace and sweet dreams. Turn back, Chosen One. The Titan's fading proclamation cannot pull back to the string of the girl's destiny.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
In the holy city adorned with fallen flowers, the children recall that prophecy beside their friend that has passed away. But the girl had already passed through thousands of crossroads and continues to sail toward tomorrow. Over that bright spot beyond is the west end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. Almost finished Trubios' story. Probably get more story for Castris. This story's really open. I haven't had nothing yet. How old am I? No, I kind of just looked like this as soon as I was born. Oh, okay. Sorry, wrong one. 280. I need to level up Lodger. Trubios' memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. Only one shall live, only all shall bid farewell to one. Their person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. If I take on Arnix's trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well? Regardless, I must give a Glyan answer. Some time ago.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
Oh.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary. Knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
The history of mythology taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas. Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Xerxes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time. But now, let's greet our guest.
Me.
You're here.
Me.
Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
We are ready.
It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Memmy mem, memmy mem mem, mem mem, memmy mem, memmy mem.
Surrendering the core flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means
I'm gonna become a
forsaking
god!
humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity
Maybe.
and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own.
All goes according to plan, I guess.
From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis. On the contrary, you are the
try and talk
only
me out of
one
it.
who qualifies to attain divinity. Yet, for that very reason, I do not wish to pressure you. It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations. There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
Alright, that's what I'm out. Yeah. If I do not descend into hell, who will?
Mem worry.
Don't worry.
Memmy, memmy,
Keep
mem.
on the side, even if
Memmy,
things go
mem,
south,
mem,
we
mem.
can
Memmy, mem, mem,
heaven.
mem. Mem, memmy, mem.
Come so
Mem,
far,
memmy,
everyone is
mem,
counting
mem,
on you
mem.
to be the
Hero.
As for the trial, you have nothing to fear. The time may be brutal at times, but it causes us any harm. It has it that Onyx opposes mortals. To me, it does seem a bit tender, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well. Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the Abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Merely rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem. It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I liked to read. It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the Black Tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
Mem?
That was touching.
Mem.
I actually think so too.
Mem?
What?
Mem?
That was the correct option to relationship level.
The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts.
Tragicomedy.
She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive. That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden.
Not her.
Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius,
She's covered in ice and bed right now.
I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity... forget it. let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
Thanks, Kiss. Cass. This button. That button. Teleport. This one.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
Citizens Assembly.
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
Good news.
Good news? I wouldn't call it that.
Do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our heels previously? Seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years. This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Paperfold University.
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone. Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a citizens' assembly at Dawncloud.
Think we piss them off?
During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
Sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and the mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner, but this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
Me?
True train of thought. The Council of Elders is another type of
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa. Aglaya will surely take back Circe's core flame, but with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him.
Kill him, he's basically a corpse anyway. He's basically a reanimated corpse.
He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time.
You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect toward the Council.
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akima. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
You understand? Thank you for being honest with us. Things piling up again. Stal and Mem are tied up with Orynyx's trial, and while I'm preparing to visit the Grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky.
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Orynyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Democratic politics has always fascinated citizens of different city-states in Emphorius. When Akuma was first established, its democracy was limited to a privileged minority. However, through ongoing reforms, the Akuman Citizens' Assembly took to the stage, transforming Akuma's governance into a democracy for all. The Citizens' Assembly made every major decision. It's important to note that as the black tide draws near and citizens from other city-states join Akuma's political life, the precious rights of Akuma's original citizens are becoming increasingly diluted. Consequently, voices calling for reforms with the Akuman Citizens' Assembly system grew even louder. Democracy is only one of the consequences of civilization's development, rather than the cause of development. For democracy to be productive, it must appoint different rules for different societies, situations, and issues. No single rule can be optimal for all scenarios. In other words, Akuma's Citizens' Assembly system will continue to evolve as this book is written. Due to time limitations, this publication focuses only on the current Akuman Citizens' Assembly, not its future developments. Readers should bear this limitation in mind. Citizenship, and citizenship policies of Akuma. Before examining the Akuman Citizens' Assembly's operational mechanisms and core functions in depth, we must first address the matter of citizens, citizenship rights, and citizenship policies of Akuma. The elders have once noted that Akuma is a collective of free citizens due to the substantial power citizens possess. Citizenship qualifications must be strictly regulated to ensure citizens' rights. Discussions on the recognition of naturalized citizens' rights were once the foci of disputations between the leader of the Chrysoseers and the Council of Elders. As more Amphorian city-states fell over time and as the Black Tide drew closer, citizenship rights reforms became imperative. Judging from the final outcome, citizens from all city-states have equalized citizenship rights in the Holy City and can have equal participation in public matters. While social differences naturally exist between rich and poor locals and travelers, the Holy City of Akuma would not allow these social distinctions to become political diversions and will ensure complete political equality among all citizens. Continued. Operational mechanisms of the Citizens' Assembly. Barring emergencies, Akuma's Citizens' Assembly follows strict protocols when it is called. The current Council of Elders, a governmental entity made of representatives of the city-state, post the upcoming Citizens' Assembly agenda and venue, usually Dawn Cloud in the Holy City, at the Wall of Heroes before each meeting. Usually topics are proposed by Council of Elders members before the Assembly and become official Assembly items after receiving majority Council approval. The Council predetermines which matters to address and when. Once confirmed, the Council Chairman hands over the agenda to the Council of Elders Assembly Chair, who presides over the meeting. Normally, matters cannot be discussed at the Citizens' Assembly without prior Council review. Council review matters yield only two outcomes. Either they're already thoroughly discussed and only need citizen votes, or they require citizens to hold debates to reach final resolutions during the Assembly. Results are tallied using pottery shards blessed with Kefali's runes, with voting dolia placed throughout Akuma during assemblies. After thorough discussion and voting of all proposals, the Council of Elders posts approved decrees at the Wall of Heroes. Continued. Core functions of the Citizens' Assembly. The Assembly wields the important capacities of legislative power, the appointment of government officials, declaring war, conceding peace, and the actual control of armies during wartime. Yet, historically and practically, Akuma's Citizens' Assembly isn't fully controlled and directed by citizens, but rather a means to ensure that elites, who represent the majority social interests, can effectively manage social matters. In other words, the current system where the leader of the Chrysoseers and the Council of Elders jointly manage Akuma was decided by the Akuman Citizens' Assembly system. Citizens influence policymakers through voting and other means of political participation, rather than directly managing social affairs or making political decisions. Continued. Appendix. Principal members of the Council of Elders. The Council of Elders is a governmental organization consisting of representatives from Emphorius' city-states. While most are elected by their city-states, some receive direct invitations from Council of Elders members. Authorized by the Citizens' Assembly, they manage various practical affairs within Akuma. The most renowned honorary member is Lycurgus, an Antikytherian, Antikytheran, a race that was already nearly extinct before the Chrysos War. He communicated directly with Kefali multiple times during the Era Chrysi, and passed the wishes of mortals to Kefali, showing himself as a true Theros. Lycurgus' neutrality is well noted by all, which explains his frequent selection in the Citizens' Assembly chair. Significantly, Elder Kindness has shown great effectiveness in Occam's governance and gathered many followers. Flowers? Many believe Kindness will leverage accumulated resources to challenge the current situation where the Chrysoseers hold real authority and transform Occam's political structure. Cool. That took a long time to read. Trial feels like it's just around the corner. Starting to feel nervous. Right now. Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an eon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional god just fine. Also, unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with the midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Get some rest. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in the forest is about to begin. A few days later, at the Vortex of Genesis.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits.
Esteemed one.
If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please step
so
forward.
Smug.
Little Grey and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer.
Oh boy.
The divine position of
white.
Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates. The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Vale of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysoseers. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles.
Sacred
Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, Pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
I don't think I have gold blood.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus. And surrender the core flame.
Click and hold to incorporate.
Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
That doesn't seem appropriate for the current mood, so let's just leave the farewells for next time.
Don't worry, you're tougher than I am, right?
Sure. Titans members. Let's go. She's a trailblazer. Mammy ma'am. Oh, we go.
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. She will definitely succeed.
Although she loves cracking jokes at
While she's away,
times.
I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Speak.
Speak! Okay, let's see.
Slap, slap!
Slap, slap! Wake up.
How is it? How do you feel? Right? I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
She sounds so similar to the 3... to like Trianne.
I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the
Or at least
memories
one of
that I
the three of them.
collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother, it hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Or the
There's no
years
happiness in
of
this story anymore,
isolation
guys.
coming to an end?
Oryx. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Memories
Sure.
broken. Mother, where?
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
You. It's you. I remember you. Skyfather has gazed upon you. Mother is calling for you.
The Titan's words are indistinct. Each syllable emerging from the mist seemed to be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory.
Skyfather has chosen you.
A majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountain walls in the distance. Reflecting, returning to your ears as an echo. Within the echo, you seemingly can make out the cry of a baby.
Mother is no longer responding. Something important. An important matter.
Oryx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Oryx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
What's troubling you, big fella? No.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something. Just one thing.
Humanity.
Lacking something. What is it?
Courtesy. No.
What
Crack
you
jokes at the
lack
most inopportune times. No.
is a future.
Oh wow, that wow.
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already. The gaze from the Sky Father stabilized your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away. Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What?
What? How is that possible?
Space is collapsing. Someone must inherit the authority of time. If the pillar is lost, the laws of time
Come on, give it, come on.
will collapse. And bodies will succumb
Come to
to
eternal disorder.
eternal disorder. Time never compromises, never bears grudges, never forgives, never makes a choice. Child of humanity, Titans, Mother, Sky Father, time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Orynyx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Pathstrider of remembrance, my strength, I shall entrust to you the fate of the world. If you wish to save it, go and find your future that has been stolen. Even if that means you'll have to cheat death. You'll have to challenge that. Hand of shadow, clasped with unyielding fingers.
What is going on? Before the passing of 15 entry hours, go forth and proclaim your future. Dawn. This is the true trial of time. Jesus Christ. Finally awake. Jesus, dude. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Orynyx has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Emphorius. However... Mamaz told me about what happened during the trial. Just explaining things to the others and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first. Something that I never told you. When we landed on Emphorius, our car was pierced by Nikdor's lance. Do you remember? In the ruins of the Abyss, this is what I said. Passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were hit in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, my account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. You were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding, but then I was also hit by a falling rock and lost my consciousness. Last time I checked, you still weren't breathing, but when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy, so I never brought this up again. You were knocked unconscious by a rock! That's beside the point! I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fuli has anything to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now, just like those objects of the past and the miracles of Onyx. Perhaps a mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. It assumes they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be at the exact opposite. It's not time for us to despair yet, there must be a way to save you. Onyx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there is some kind of miraculous power in Emphorius that can even reverse death. The key seems to lie with the hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Hey, are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning.
Okay, so it's not just in a dream that
she has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Let's do that then.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you. I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are
Head to the Garden of Life to consult casters.
What are you folks going to do next?
Okay, yeah, no, this is gonna take too long. Just teleport to the top.
Miss, I'm right here.
Hi. You hear soft steps getting closer, one step at a time.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
For some reason, you feel you've seen this scene before. What's in your head but you notice a dash of purple brushing past your face? That chill seeps through your skin, spreading into your veins, thumping your heart as it's slow. Spin around immediately and cuts your skin. Vision blurs and cold reality fades into a purple ocean. Then
Please pardon me.
a subtle fragrance of an unnamed flower fills your senses. Its sweetness makes you forget the need to breathe. You realize you're still alive. No, to be more precise, your death was not thorough. It was not thorough. The coldness of the initial touch dispersed as quickly as it came, and replacing it is the touch of fingertips and the tremble born of trepidation that originated from a certain lanky arm. Your quivering finger gently brushed against your cheek, causing a faint tickle.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything. Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. Perhaps the result might be different this time. I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
Castris once again places her palm on your face. Her shivers calm somewhat this time.
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on. Amphorius needs you. Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well. Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period. More species are disappearing.
See him.
Emerge from your cocoon!
They're here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
I beg you, please forgive me.
You've completed the trial of time. And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far, there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death,
The cat person.
it would be her. I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all. It is my duty. We too require you to bear the divine position of time. But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaya?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Switching to an Axis POV. How long ago?
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps...
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Not. Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Titan, listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remain. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it deep within the tides. Beyond a voice, about to recount something.
Child of humanity, is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency? Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Well, I am going to end up this episode of Honkai Star Rail here. Do hope you enjoyed. this episode. We did a lot in the main story there, and we're into the new update. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.